Alright guys, welcome back to another G Auto Repair YouTube video, and today we are working on a 2012 Nissan Altima. It's got a couple complaints. The primary complaint is a power steering fluid leak, which I've already figured that out. That's not the main topic for this video. And the second one is the AC does not work, and he said that if you straight wire the compressor to come on, it'll cool, but using these buttons here, nothing. It will not engage the compressor anyway. So we're gonna begin our troubleshooting with scanning for some codes and whatnot. So let us get started. Now I'm gonna try to do something a little different in this video, and I'm gonna see if I can what do you call it? Let's put you guys up here for now. I'm gonna see if I can do some screen recording here, and so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it. This is the first time I tried doing this, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So here I'm using the Alta Ultra, by the way, and I'm gonna do a complete scan. Now this Ultra is super fast. This is live, and it's already done a full system scan. Am I missing anything here? Let's go to list, voltage. Okay, I think the data pitch for the AC is going to be in the BCM. Don't quote me on this, but I could be wrong. Let me see. This tool is actually pretty fast. Yeah, there it is, AC. AC, there we go. All right, so we have no trouble codes. C1710, C1711, I'm not sure what that is. No data. I think this is what do you call it? Tire pressure monitoring codes. They're also in the BCM. So as we can see here, the AC switch is in the off. Huh. Interesting. I can't seem to control anything here with the controls here. I hit the off button, but it doesn't turn off. Okay. I hit the AC button. I hit the AC button, and I don't see it reflecting on the on my PID here. Maybe I'm having an issue with this control head. Interesting. Unless this is a different PID altogether. AC switch, fan on signal. Let me make sure that I'm not spading my tires here. Alright, so I did a little bit of research, and what I have found is that the AC compressor relay is controlled by the IPDM, which is the Intelligent Power Distribution Module or something like that. So let me see if we go to active test under that, and here we have AC compressor. Wonderful. Okay, so from what I understand is this sends a signal to the BCM sends a signal to the IDPM, and then so forth. That's how all these modules communicate with each other. So let me see if I can control, let me see what I can control here. Let's see, compressor, okay. AC compressor request. Oh wait, these are signals. Okay. I don't know what the push switch is, but we'll choose that one. Motor fan required. Let me see what else. Let me see. Is there something that says AC? Well, I guess it's the required. I wanted to see if there was one for the relay. All right, we'll go with that for right now. So, boom! I just heard it click. I just heard it click, and we're getting cold air through the vents. All right. Okay, so that tells me that the circuit from that tells me that the relay is good. That tells me that the circuit to the compressor is good. That tells me that there is communication here going on. But that takes me back to the route of this control head. If I can control the AC with my tool, then I know we're not having a compressor problem. I know we're not having a clutch problem, a refrigerant problem. This line is getting cold. Might be a little low on refrigerant, but that's besides the point. The cooling fans are working. Everything seems to be working. So I'm going back to that control head. That control head is not sending the signal to the IPDM, or the BCM I should say. Okay. So we're gonna turn it off. Okay, it says current status off. I still don't know what this push switch is. I'm just playing around with it. Okay, we're gonna on. Okay, there we have it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So we are good there. We are good there. All right. Now another thing I wanna check is make sure that my fuses going to this is intact. There's about 3 or 4 fuses that go to this control head. I want to verify those. I don't suspect I have a bad fuse, but modules are kind of funny. Sometimes they use several, even though you see all this on and it appears to be working. Sometimes if you have one leg of a circuit off, then it might affect that function. It's kind of weird and funny. So I just want to, you know, make sure I got everything as it should be. So let me go ahead and see which fuses are those and take it from there. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna chase this this control head is gonna have to go. I'm almost certain of it. So at least that's my suspicion as of right now, as I'm sitting here now. So give me a few minutes, let me do a little bit of research on that, those fuses, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty then, so I already figured out which fuses it was, or it is, and we're gonna be looking at fuses 3, 6, 19, 21, and 22. 21 and 22, I know for a fact they're okay because they go to the blower. The blower is working, but it also shares or some of that. There's a circuit that goes to that control, that control head. So there's gonna be those two 15 amps right there. I'm trying to get too much glare on it right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna test them real quick. I know they're good, but I'm gonna do it just for the sake of it. Okay. I make sure I get a good. Okay. 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 Now 3. The rest of them are gonna be 10 amp fuses. Okay, we're looking at 1, 2, 3. That's good. I don't know if you guys can see it because the sun is kind of... Okay, that's good. 4, 5, 6 is gonna be underneath this thing here, so we're gonna skip that one for now. Okay, so this was 22, 21, 20, 19 right there. That's good. That's good. Okay, so the only one left is this one, and it's inside this casing that you can pull out, but you can't really get it out. I'm sure you have to depress something to get it out. So this one's gonna be a little bit of a doozy. I think it's good because every time I put it in there, I hear something clicking over here in the center console somewhere. Yeah, when I pull it out and I stick it back in, I can hear something clicking. So I'm assuming it's good. I just gotta figure out how to get it out of there. Huh. You gotta squeeze something or something to pull it out. So I gotta figure that one out. Let me figure that one out and I'll get back with you guys. All right, so we're back. I wasn't able to remove that that fuse to inspect it, but I wanted to get behind here, behind this control unit to get to the wiring harness anyway, so I decided just to pull it out real quick. All the other, as we already found out, all the other fuses were good. So, but I can actually verify that by coming back here and just probing this yellow and red wire, and as you can see, I have power there. So I am good. I know for a fact that that fuse is good, and I figured it was good because every time I would disconnect and reconnect it, I hear a clicking somewhere over here. But what I wanted to see is this is my signal wire for the AC request for the compressor on, and I wanted to see if maybe if I can manually send a signal. Maybe I might be able to see it here on my scan data. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go back. Let me get rid of this flashlight for right now. I am going to go to, let me see if I can okay, I have here an AC request. Let me see if I can send a signal. I'm just gonna use my test light. It's hooked up to ground. I'm almost certain that that's what we're gonna send, is just a little ground Oh, there we go. See, there it is right there. So all I'm doing is using my test light, which is hooked up to ground, and it's safe because there's a load here. I know I'm not gonna hurt anything. And all I did was just kind of poke the wire here, and I know I'm probably hurting somebody's feelings by doing this, but I'm sorry, it's the easiest way. So right there, all I did was manually send a signal to turn on the AC compressor. See, this button, this off button is not working here in the middle because it's not turning off the unit. So I mean, from the very beginning I suspected this, but I just want to make sure 100% because this is an expensive part. I'm gonna do it again. There it is. I sent it. Let me change this mode here. See, all the other buttons seem to work. All the other buttons seem to work, but this one for some reason is not sending. Oh, let me do it again. There it is. Air's coming out cold through the vents, and there you have it. So let me see if I go back to the let me go back to the BCM, and I'm just curious. I'm gonna go back to the BCM, and I'm gonna go to AC live data, AC switch. Let me see when I hit that, and this is just for my information. Let me get this scan tool out of the way first. There we go. And there it is. See, now it changed. Beautiful, beautiful. See, so that tells me that everything down from this point is okay. I am condemning this control unit. This control unit is done. That's it. There's no need. I really don't want to start taking nothing else apart. This car's old, fragile, and you know, things crack and break, so I want to be very delicate, as delicate as possible. Especially this dash doesn't look too well, so I'm not gonna go into the BCM. I'm not gonna do none of that. I already know what I want to know. I can manually send a signal through this wire, and these are for you guys that might be hurt that I kind of poked that wire. Look, just for you guys, just so there's no hard feelings. Just so there's no hard feeling. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of liquid tape here where I kind of poked it. There we go, and there. Nice. That's all that you need. Let's do it right. I went ahead and bought that just for this. So down here in South Florida, there's really not a lot of that snow and stuff, so you know, you poke wires, you'll be okay. But yes, you can get some corrosion, you know, with the moisture and stuff. So that's the right way to do it. If you poke a wire, you don't pierce insulation, and if you do, make sure you put a little dab of liquid tape there to seal it up. So that's just FYI. I know there's probably some of you guys yelling through the screen, what are you doing? You can't do that. Yes, I can, and I did, and I fixed it. No big deal. The world will continue to spin. Anyways, so now I gotta let the customer know what issues he's having, what needs to be done to repair this. I need to find the cost for a new unit, maybe get one from a junkyard, I don't know. So we're gonna play it by ear. So that's the diagnostic side of it. The repair side of it is obviously we got to get this control unit out of here and replace it. It's already out for the most part. I just got to separate it from all these brackets and stuff. But let me see what the customer, let me get some prices, let me see what the customer wants to do, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'll let you guys know at the end of this video if there's gonna be a repair or not. If there is, obviously you're gonna see the result, but we'll have to wait and find out. So stay tuned. Welcome back, and we just got the new, well, it's not new, it's from the junkyard, but we got the replacement control head here, and we just want to see if everything goes back to normal after we replace this. So I'm not gonna take it off completely just yet. I just want to, you know, do a quick test run with it off the car. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plug the replacement one here, and everything should work without issues. I think that battery's going a little dead. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and, oh, there we go. All right. So there we have full AC. I think I heard the compressor. Okay. Is it working? Well, that's button's finally working. Is it not? It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, so we got the let's see if I can position this somehow. There we go. I don't have my scan tool hooked up. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and hook it up. I don't think it's working still. I hope they didn't give me a defective one. That would suck very much. So that would suck indeed. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Let me get my scan tool. Alright guys, so we're back with the Nissan Altima. It's the next day. I've been super busy, so I haven't been able to follow up too much with this vehicle. I did some research and I did find something else interesting. I thought that I still wasn't getting a signal from this control head to the BCM to control the AC compressor. So after I installed this one from the junkyard, I was having a similar issue. It did fix the button here that didn't want to work, so it did need this regardless. But something bothered me about the fact that two control heads doing the same thing, and I started digging a little deeper. And I said, well, I know I've always mentioned this before, that before condemning a module or something of this sort, to verify the inputs. I always preach that, and I always have that in the back of my head. This time it almost bit me. This time I'll be honest, it almost bit me, because I didn't in my defense, it was a little, not an excuse, but this was a bit of a doozy in my defense. But because there's PIDs all over the place for the AC stuff. There's some in the BCM, there's some in the IPDM, and I think there's some on the engine control. So if you remember, when I first started working on this car, I did a complete system scan, and all I got was like 3 or 4 codes unrelated to the AC. So that's why I started digging with the control head, and I found that I wasn't sending the signal, and then this button wasn't working. So I say, well, it needs a control head, which it did. So I stick by that. It did need a control head because some of the buttons, especially the off button, wasn't working. It is working now, and but the AC still wasn't working. So I started looking at inputs, and I had to dig, really dig, to find one particular input that was critical for me to finally make a determination of what was going on here. And let me put this in a more comfortable position here. There we go. And let me see if I can close this too. No, that didn't help out at all. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna go to the meter module, which is right here. We're gonna go to the meter, and we're gonna see something interesting. It wasn't even nowhere where I figured it would be. This was just me trial and error. Do I have this on? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go to live data. We're gonna get all signals, and we're gonna go to ambient temperature sensor. We got ambient temperature warning lamp, and we have another one that actually gives you a reading. Okay, let's just use the search. How was it worded? Ambient, it's here. I know it is. I'm just overlooking it. If you see it, let me know. Or is it outside? Outside temp. Okay, there we go. My bad. Okay, so we go under outside temp, and as you can see, we're reading negative 40 degrees. Negative 40 degrees. So I decided, all these things use all these sensors to determine when to turn on the AC. So I said, let me take a look at that. Let me take the scan tool with me and show you guys what I found. Apparently this car was probably involved in a front end collision at some point or something, but this was completely cut off. This is where the ambient sensor is supposed to go. Completely cut off, missing connector, sensor, everything. So we're showing a negative 40. Now granted, in my defense, and not an excuse, but in my defense, there wasn't even a code for this sensor. Nothing, no short, no open, nothing to even remotely indicate that, hey, you may have an issue here. Nothing at all. So what I did is I just kind of shorted the two. I don't know if you guys can see this because I got you in a, I got to clean this connection up a little bit better. But as you can see there, okay, that's for the purposes of testing, that should be enough. Now we have 140, 419 degrees Fahrenheit. So now the AC will work, and I will show you that. Again, no code to even indicate that I was having an issue with that sensor. This is just me digging around. That's what I found. So the car is on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the AC. I already heard the compressor kicking in, and I'm gonna go back to IPDM. Let it do its thing. It's already cooling down. It's nice and cold, so the AC is working. We're gonna go under all signals, AC request, AC compressor, on and on. There we have it. On and on. If I turn it off here, which this button wasn't working, it still needed the control head, so we still made a good call on that. now it actually turns everything off. Before it wasn't doing that. So this is just a quick follow-up I wanted to do. I almost got bit by this one. Don't let it happen to you. Before you condemn a module or some kind of control head or something like that, verify the inputs. Sometimes you're gonna have to dig. You may have to dig, but you will find it. I almost got bit by this one. I would have been chasing my tail for a minute before I figured that one out. And again, it just goes back to the basics. Check, verify inputs. If you don't have an input, you're probably not gonna have an output. Now, what in my mind, what I thought would happen is I would at least get a signal from here to the BCM or whatever, and there will be some kind of I think Toyota does it that way too, where you'll still get a signal, but you'll have an AC cut off or something, and that will get activated. So that threw me off too. I was still expecting to see a signal when you push the button to, hey, turn on the AC, and then I expected another module to say, wait a minute, something's not right. No, decline. I expected to see something like that, and that's what threw me off. That's why I said, no, this module's bad. It's not working. Pushing the button, it's coming on, it's doing all the, it appears to be working, but it's not sending the signal to the BCM. This goes from the control head to BCM. BCM controls the IPDM, and the IPDM actually turns on the compressor. So you have three modules that are communicating with each other that tell the other what to do. So if you have an issue anywhere in there, you're gonna get a problem. And even though I did that, I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna go back to the meter. Okay. I still have no trouble codes, even though that is completely shorted. So I don't know, Nissan, what is the deal with that, but whatever. It is what it is. It's just one of those things that I don't have an answer to. So again, verify all your inputs. Thanks for watching, guys. This is all I have to do is put this back together. I don't know if I'm gonna replace that sensor. We're gonna see what the customer wants to do. The AC is working. Whatever he decides to do, that's fine. But we're gonna call this a repair for now. At least that's a temporary fix. We should put a sensor on that, but I'm not gonna be the one making the call on that one. So again, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Ciao.